Lock the doors and pour yourselves a double shot of espresso, ladies, because the whispers coming out of the studio for this June 17th episode are absolutely terrifying. If you thought you knew where this nightmare was heading, you are sorely mistaken. The leaked details we are hearing about Carly, Valentine, and the sheer devastation about to hit these legacy families are downright criminal. We are talking about a jaw dropping twist that is going to rewrite the rulebook for everyone involved. The writers are not holding back, and if you are not prepared for some heavy emotional collateral damage, you might want to brace yourselves right now. Right now, Port Charles is a powder keg waiting for a match. We have the police department in absolute shambles, legacy families tearing each other apart from the inside out, and dangerous fugitives running rampant in the shadows. The stakes have never been higher, and the desperation is palpable. If you ask me, the tension we are witnessing is building up to a climax that will leave half of our favorite characters in ruins. Everyone is hiding a long buried secret, everyone is lying to protect someone they love, and the consequences are about to catch up with all of them in the most brutal way imaginable. Let us start with the absolute panic radiating from Willow and Nina. These two are currently operating on pure, unadulterated fear, and they are making incredibly reckless moves. In this upcoming episode, we see Willow and Nina rushing back to Jack Brennan. Yes, guys, they are willingly walking back into the lion's den because they are out of time and out of options. They are on a frantic mission to secure hard evidence against Drew. As we know, Drew was drugged by the sinister Jen Sidwell, and right now, he is completely unable to speak. He is incapacitated, lying there, vulnerable, but his silence is a ticking time bomb. Drew is holding on to a massive secret, something that could absolutely wreak devastation on Willow's entire life. Nina, in her classic overprotective mama bear fashion, is not going to sit around and wait for Drew to miraculously recover his voice and spill the beans. She knows that the second Drew can talk, Willow's life could implode. So they are going to Brennan, the master of leverage, hoping he has the smoking gun they need to silence Drew permanently, figuratively speaking, of course. They want to blackmail Drew before he even has the chance to open his mouth. Watching Nina and Willow team up like this is fascinating, but dealing with a man like Brennan is like making a deal with the devil. He never gives something for nothing, and whatever price he asks for this evidence is going to cost them dearly. But that is not even the craziest part of this unfolding disaster. Over at the Port Charles Police Department, the incompetence has reached historic levels, and the fallout is glorious to watch. Dante Falconeri is currently fighting a losing battle to protect the reputation of his department and, more specifically, to defend the man he believes is Nathan. We all know that this Nathan is actually Cassius Faison in disguise, which makes Dante's blind loyalty incredibly tragic. ADA Justine Turner is on the warpath, and honestly, can you blame her? Jen Sidwell, one of the most dangerous criminals to ever set foot in this town, managed to escape right from under their noses. Justine is furious, and she is directing all her righteous anger straight at the PCPD and Cassius. Dante, ever the honorable soldier, steps right into the line of fire to shield his partner. He is going toe-to-toe with Justine Turner, aggressively defending Cassius and arguing that Sidwell's escape was not his fault. The dramatic irony here is almost too much to bear. We, the viewers, know exactly who Cassius is and what he is capable of, while Dante is risking his own career and credibility to protect a monster. Justine is not backing down. She is threatening to tear the department apart to find out how Sidwell slipped away. The tension between Dante and Justine is electric, and you can see the cracks starting to form in Dante's unwavering belief in his partner. He is digging his own grave, and he does not even realize it. But trust me, guys, that is not even the craziest part of what happens next. Meanwhile, the Quartermain Mansion is brewing its own brand of toxic poison, and Brooke Lynn is the one stirring the cauldron. If you have been watching this show for as long as I have, you know that when a Quartermain feels threatened, they play dirty. Brooke Lynn is currently consumed by jealousy and insecurity regarding the growing closeness between Harrison Chase and Willow. Chase, being the honorable, protective detective that he is, has been rushing to Willow's defense, completely unaware that his own wife is the one pulling the strings. Brooke Lynn has already framed Willow for the hit and run involving Jordan Ashford, an act so malicious it makes my blood run cold. Now, the tension between Chase and Brooke Lynn is reaching a boiling point. Chase is starting to ask questions, trying to figure out who is lying and who is telling the truth. Brooklyn is smiling to his face while secretly plotting her next move to completely sabotage any bond between Chase and Willow. And the most sickening part, Tracy Quartermain is standing in the shadows, secretly proud of Brooklyn's ruthless tactics. Tracy hates Willow with a burning passion, viewing her as a scheming manipulator, and she is thrilled to see Brooklyn embrace her dark Quartermain roots to take Willow down. The web of lies Brooklyn is spinning is going to suffocate her eventually, and when Chase finds out what she has done, it will be the end of their marriage. But hold on to your hats, ladies, because that is not even the craziest part of this episode. The true climax, the absolute peak of this dramatic masterpiece, takes place at Windermere. Carly Spencer is completely cornered, trapped in a nightmare scenario that no mother should ever have to face. She went looking for Jocelyn, desperate to save her daughter from the clutches of danger, but instead, she ran straight into Valentine Cassadine. Valentine is a man who operates on a completely different level of strategy. He looks at Carly, a woman driven mad by maternal terror, and he forces her into an impossible, agonizing corner. Valentine presents Carly with an extreme, brutal ultimatum. She must choose between his freedom and Jocelyn's safety. Valentine knows what it means to love a child. He uses his own love for Charlotte to justify his actions, looking Carly dead in the eye and telling her that he is fully prepared to sacrifice his own life and freedom to save Jocelyn. But this is Valentine we are talking about. He does not just surrender. He has already reached out to his mysterious contact, Z, and he is orchestrating a master plan that goes far beyond anything Carly can comprehend. Carly is paralyzed, forced to weigh the life of her daughter against the fate of a man she deeply distrusts. The emotional weight of this scene is staggering, and it showcases exactly why we watch this show. The raw desperation, the tears, the sheer panic in Carly's eyes, it is a masterful performance. And just when you think the situation cannot possibly get any more intense, the plot twist drops like an anvil. Ross Cullum, the relentless investigator, suddenly acquires crucial, game-changing information. He marches right up and secures a search warrant for Carly's house. On the surface, this looks like the final nail in Carly's coffin. It looks like Cullum is about to tear her life apart and expose everything. But if you look closely at the board, if you really analyze the pieces in play, you will realize the terrifying truth. Valentine Cassadine is playing four-dimensional chess while everyone else is playing checkers. This search warrant, this sudden breakthrough by Ross Cullum, it is not a stroke of luck for the police. It is a calculated, deliberate move orchestrated by Valentine himself. He wanted Cullum to get that warrant. He fed the information, he laid the breadcrumbs, and he is using the police department's own protocols to execute his master plan. Valentine is using Carly's home, and potentially Carly herself, as the ultimate diversion to secure Jocelyn's rescue and handle his enemies. He is sacrificing his own freedom, yes, but on his own terms, in a way that will leave everyone else completely blindsided. As the episode fades to black, we are left staring at the screen in absolute shock. Carly is standing in her living room as the police batter down her door, her mind racing with Valentine's impossible question, while Drew lies in his hospital bed, his eyes fluttering open, inching closer to revealing the bombshell that will destroy Willow. The dominoes are falling, ladies, and the devastation is going to be absolute. Who will survive this wreckage and who is going to end up behind bars? We will just have to wait and see.